record. Good. This premiere webinar of the year, January 1st, 2020, begins with a lecture on costume, because costume, my friends, is the key to television. Costume, my friends, could be everything for your breakthrough. This year, you can break through to superstardom this year if you can identify the correct costume. You look at a person like Lady Gaga. I say Lady Gaga. Patty Alfonso, what costume do you say for Lady Gaga?
Oh, the meat costume.
Meat dress. Thank you. Meat dress. Lady Gaga was doing great. Don't get me wrong. Lady Gaga was doing fantastic. Even before she came up with the meat dress. But when she came up with the meat dress, then she became a superstar. And you could say, and have a lot of justification, I get it, 100%. You could say, yeah, but Clint, Lady Gaga was going to be a superstar no matter what. Probably. All I know is that she was not what she is today until she wore the meat dress. When she wore the meat dress, boom! And life, you can't go backwards. You can't go back to where life was before you wore the meat dress. There was Lady Gaga before the meat dress, and then there was Lady Gaga after the meat dress. Because when she wore that dress made out of real meat, she was in every publication in the world. She was on every television show in the world. She was enormously pop culture. Lady Gaga, meat dress. The closest thing we have seen to that for someone like you and me, who unfortunately does not possess the talent of Lady Gaga or the production of Lady Gaga or the distribution of Lady Gaga, or she didn't have the previous body of work that Lady Gaga had going into the meat dress, was Joy Villa. Do you know who Joy Villa was or is? You don't know who Joy Villa is. Well, let's take a look at Joy Villa. And in order to look at Joy Villa, we need to just type in "Make America Great Again dress." That's Joy Villa. Now, Joy Villa, you see, she's got a build the wall dress here. That's her new thing, right? She has other costumes. Look at these costumes. Choose Life. This was a previous costume. This was her construction tape fencing costume, which she wore to a previous edition of the Grammys, trying to attract attention with her near nudity. But it was the Make America Great Again dress that she wore to the Oscars in 2016, which seized on the zeitgeist of American culture. It seized on what was going on in the world right then and catapulted her into a career. When you type in Joy Villa, this Make America Great Again dress comes up, And whether here she is with Corey Lewandowski. Wow. Whether you know it or not,
We can't see your screen.
how can you not see my screen? I'm sharing the screen. You don't see any of this?
I don't. Does anyone? I don't see it. And there's comments that other people don't see it too. And I want to see.
Jesus Christ. I am sharing my desktop. You don't see that? Is that working?
Now we see it.
Jesus, I've been sharing my desktop all this time. But you can look at it again in the replay, which we'll send out later on this evening. This Make America Great dress is what launched Joy Villa into her whole career. And I have a nice video that I play at Celebrity Launchpad where she rocketed to the charts, to the top of iTunes charts when she wore this dress and became internationally famous as a musical artist because of this dress. And I can see Chavis Camp looking at this whole thing with consternation on his face. And he's thinking, well, that's great, Clint. I'm not a musical artist. I don't wear dresses. I'm not Joy Villa. I'm not Lady Gaga. I'm not Dr. Kellyanne Petrucci. I'm not Princess Marianne Parker. I'm not Veronica Gray. I'm not this. I'm not that. Hey, look, I get it. I get it. I'm not them either, but I don't think about how I'm not whatever. What I do is I think about what I am. And I think about how wearing costumes can help me to have more impact, influence, and income. And this is why I chose to wear this West Point shirt today. Because what I'm doing with this costume is I'm hearkening back to what I've accomplished in greatness already. And also, I'm seeding what I will be doing in the future. There will be another West Point. Were you at this year's West Point, Chavis? No? There will be another West Point next year. There is going to be another West Point next year as part of MBA. There's going to be a West Point in 2021. Yeah. And so by wearing this costume, what I am doing is I am messaging and seeding, and we'll just show meat dress just for the fun of it. You type in meat dress, you see here's the genius of the Lady Gaga meat dress. Nobody else comes up. This is just the most creative. The most creative costume ever worn. Which is why she achieved so much notoriety with this costume. She achieved so much penetration worldwide with this costume because it was so creative. Now, here's the thing that you got to understand, Chavis. I'm going to ask you a question. See, you earned some participation. Did Lady Gaga design the meat dress herself?
I'm going to say no.
No, she did not design the meat dress herself. Let's find out who designed the meat dress.
So great, Oracle of Google.
Frank Fernandez, Lady Gaga's meat dress designer. Let's look at this. Frank Fernandez, Lady Gaga's meat dress. At the 2010 MTV Video Music Awards, 10 years ago precisely, American singer Lady Gaga wore an infamous dress made of raw beef, which was commonly referred to by the media as the meat dress. Designed by Frank Fernandez, styled by Nicola Formichetti, the dress was condemned by animal rights groups. Hey, controversial. Controversy. And named by Time as the top fashion statement of 2010. The press speculated on the originality of the meat dress idea with comparisons made to similar images found in contemporary art and popular culture. As with our other dresses, it was archived but went on display in 2011 at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame after being preserved by taxidermists as a type of jerky. Gaga explained following the awards ceremony that the dress was a statement about one's need to fight for what one believes in, and highlighted her distaste for the U.S. military's don't ask, don't tell policy. Gaga was the most nominated artist at the 2010 VMAs with a record 13 nominations, including 2 nods for Video of the Year, first female artist to achieve this feat. She arrived in an Alexander McQueen dress and changed into a Giorgio Armani number before donning her third and final outfit of the evening. If you didn't think costumes were important, how come she's already worn 3 costumes in one night? A dress, hat, boots, and purse made of raw meat. Gaga wore the meat dress to accept her Video of the Year trophy for Bad Romance. As she accepted the award from presenter Cher, she joked, "I never thought I'd be asking Cher to hold my meat purse." Gaga continued to wear the dress after the award show for press photos and an interview on the Ellen DeGeneres show. Gaga explained her interpretation of the dress to DeGeneres, stating, "If we don't stand up for what we believe in, and if we don't fight for our rights, pretty soon we're going to have as much right as the meat on our bones." Now, I love Lady Gaga, but as someone who also loves animals, it was really difficult for me to sit next to Lady Gaga while she was wearing that outfit, DeGeneres, who was a vegan, later wrote. But it did make me ask myself, what's the difference between her outfit and an outfit made of leather? Design. Fernandez was approached by fellow designer and stylist. By the way, I'm reading this all for the first time. I'm discovering all of this for the first time. And I find it to be fascinating. I hope you do, Chavis. Oh, good. That's a good answer. That's a very good answer. Fernandez was approached by fellow designer and stylist Formichetti to produce the dress, which it planned out over the course of a week. Formichetti having styled the look. The dress was asymmetrical with a cowled neck. Fernandez specifically chose cuts to ensure that the dress kept well. Flank steak was chosen as the material to use, with the meat coming from his family butcher. Might as well get a plug in for the family butcher. See? Costume. The dress required Gaga to be stitched into the outfit backstage. Fernandez said of his design, "I knew the dress would be one of other amazing pieces Gaga wore that night. It's very well made and looked great on her, on and off camera. We didn't get a chance to have a fitting. The only time she had it on was for the VMAs. Only when I saw it in the monitor did I know it would be big." Fernandez reporting Gaga's... It was big. Fernandez, reporting Gaga's opinion in an interview, said that Gaga herself said it smelled good because it smelled like meat. The designer talked of what was to happen to the dress after the award show. The dress will be put in an archive with all of her dresses, the Gaga archives, I suppose. It won't last. That's the beauty of it. When it is brought out again, hopefully it will be in a retrospective and it will be a different dress, which is the best thing. I like the idea of it changing and evolving into something else. He later explained the dress will be preserved and made into a type of jerky before being archived. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame paid $6,000 to taxidermist Sergio Vigilato to preserve the dress. It had been frozen following the 2 television appearances, although Vigilato discovered signs of decomposition on the dress, which had occurred prior to it being frozen, and noted it was emitting an odor once it was defrosted. It was treated with bleach, formaldehyde, and detergent to kill any bacteria which had formed, and was reconditioned by being dyed dark red once it was preserved, so to give it the same appearance as when it was first worn. However, after the preservation, there were several pieces of beef left over and not included in the reworked dress. Gaga wore a faux meat dress while performing the songs Americano and Poker Face during her Born This Way ball tour. Influence. Guys, I'm going into this deeply because I'm telling you, your key to everything is costume. You want to break out, you want to be somebody, you want to really have a career and become somebody, you need to figure out a costume that is going to work for you. Influence. Previously, she had worn a bikini made of meat on the front cover of Japanese edition of Vogue. It was originally worn by Gaga at the 2010 MTV Music Video Awards to accept her award for Video of the Year. Although it was Gaga's 3rd costume change of the evening, the meat dress was immediately described as the most outrageous fashion moment of the evening. Fernandez credits this dress with an upturn in his career. Oh, imagine that. Saying, I feel like I have a voice now as an artist and as a designer. He had previously created items for Gaga, including a costume for his music video for Bad Romance. He went on to create a hat that Gaga wore to the 53rd Grammy Awards in February 2011. The dress went on display at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Museum in 2011 as part of an exhibition entitled Women Who Rock, Vision, Power, and Passion and Power. A poll by website mycelebrityfashion.co.uk placed the dress as the most iconic outfit of 2010, beating Kate Middleton's engagement dress into 2nd place. In summing up 2010 through a series of lists, Time voted the meat dress as its top fashion statement of 2010. When Weird Al Yankovic did a parody of Gaga's Born This Way titled Perform This Way, he included a lyrical reference to the meat dress. I strap prime rib to my feet, cover myself with raw meat. I'll bet you never seen a skirt steak worn this way, and had a dancer dressed in a similar outfit in the music video. One more section here. I don't even know what it says, but I'm going to read it out loud anyway. Reception. Following the VMAs, media outlets attempted to analyze the meaning of the dress with suggestions by BBC News ranging from anti-fashion to feminism, aging and decay, and society's attitude towards meat. Chef Fergus Henderson explains this meat attitude as people don't often want meat to look like meat. They want it to be neatly wrapped in plastic from a supermarket. People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, PETA, condemned the dress, releasing a statement that said wearing a dress made from cuts of dead cows is offensive enough to bring comment, but someone should whisper in her ear that more people are upset by butchery than are impressed by it. The Vegetarian Society also condemned the dress, releasing a statement that said, no matter how beautifully it is presented, flesh from a tortured animal is flesh from a tortured animal. Enough animals die for food and they should not be killed for stunts like this. Another controversy surrounding the dress was the question of its originality. Brooks Barnes of the New York Times wrote that the dress was derived from Incarnation, a painting of a white-haired girl wearing a meat dress by artist Mark Ryden. Let's take a look at that. Where is it? Mark Ryden. Let's see if we can get that. We got to get that.
Clint, if you go back, what it did is it took you to the footnote, and then the footnote had a link.
It did?
Go back. Yeah, go back to the Lady Gaga page. Yeah, hit the footnote.
That one.
Yeah, and then the link is in that footnote. It's highlighted number 25.
Number 25. Does Lady Gaga's meat dress remind you of Mark Ryden's paintings? These images have been removed. Freaking people. All right, now I just got to go. Mark Ryden meat dress painting. All right, here's the girl in a dress made out of meat. I guess, kind of. Not as good, but yeah. It was derived, folks. Sharon Claude of MTV also noted the similarity between Gaga's dress and Ryden's painting. Ryden was reportedly upset Gaga did not acknowledge she took inspiration from his work. Some in the art and fashion press remarked on the dress similarity to Vanitas, flesh dress for an albino anoretic, a meat dress made by Canadian sculptor Jana Sturbach in an 87 exhibit. Considerable controversy at the National Gallery of Canada. Another one. Let's open that one. Where's an image of that? $50 pounds of flank steak sewn together and hung on a hanger. This work is in the collections of Walker Art Center in Minneapolis and the Centre Pompidou. It was an edition of 2 plus an artist copy. Man, where's an image? I want to see the image. There is no image. We'll continue. Karen Rosenberg from the New York Times compared the dress to a series of photographs of Francis Bacon posing with sides of beef attached to his torso like wings, while the Daily Telegraph compared the dress to the original cover of the Beatles' 1966 album, Yesterday and Today, and noted its similarity to the cover of the Undertones' 1984 album, All Wrapped Up, which showed a female model wearing a dress and gloves made of cuts of meat, mostly bacon, held in place with plastic wrap and a sausage necklace. Let's take a look at that. The Undertones album, All Wrapped Up. Let's take a look at this one, the link to the Beatles. That's not linked to the Beatles. They're really stretching it here. There's the Beatles. They're wearing butcher's coats and they have meat on them as if it's like babies chopped up. That's not fair. Let's continue. Architects Diller, Skodefo, and Renfro also had designed a meat dress in 2006, an earlier example of a garment made from meat stitched together in the same way as Lady Gaga meat dress was worn at the Slade School of Art postgraduate degree exhibit opening in London, England in 1979, when performance artist Robert Connolly wore a two-piece suit made of slices of salami. How lovely. Let's see if there's an image of that. Nope. Some media sources propose that the dress could be interpreted as anti-vegan. Vegetarian singer Morrissey stated that he felt the dress was acceptable as long as it was a social or political statement and not just a loony idea, pointing out the artist Linda Sterling had previously worn a meat dress in '82 to protest against what she believed to be the perception of women by men. Ellen DeGeneres presented Gaga with a bikini made of vegetables when the singer appeared on her talk show, and the singer used the platform to respond to the controversy surrounding the dress, saying, "It has many interpretations. For me, this evening, if we don't stand up for what we believe in, and if we don't fight for our rights pretty soon, we're going to have as much rights as meat on our own bones, and I am not a piece of meat." She explained further, she was also using the dress to highlight her distaste for the military's don't ask, don't tell policy. Whatever. Meat dress, my friends. Costume. 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 You must get costume. Now, I have been doing quite well with my traditional Clint Arthur celebrity entrepreneur costume. Blue suit, white shirt, pink tie. But I haven't broken through, have I? I haven't achieved worldwide fame, have I? I'm doing quite well with my costume. This is what I'm trying to get you to understand. If you can introduce a good costume into your repertoire, into what you do, it will help you to make lots more money. I'm making multiple seven figures every year. And all I'm doing is wearing a blue suit with a white shirt and a pink tie. But everybody associates that with me. I'll tell you what, in the experts industry, anybody else who wears, like in the experts industry, right? Any other seminar leaders who try to wear my costume, anybody who tries to wear my costume, other people think, oh, he's like copying Clint. Nobody will wear my costume. Nobody. You guys, Chavis, you have permission to wear it. I get it. I get it. Personally, I think, I don't know. I don't know. Do you get, Chavis, do you get a lot of people saying to you, great tie, sir?
Oh, great tie, great suit. Looks awesome. Everybody.
Okay. Hey, man, I didn't originate this costume. I stole it from Donald Trump. That's right. And I figured if it was good enough for him, it's good enough for me. And I'm going to continue to wear it for that reason. However, with that said, I also have other stuff that I wear as secondary costumes, ancillary costumes, minor occasional costumes. West Point is one. Venice, Italy. I tell you what, this year's book writing program is full. However, it's not the last time I'm going to do this book writing program in Venice. Book writing in Venice is going to become an annual thing for me. And I'm going to be wearing Venice. Venice is going to become a recurring theme in the costume and marketing of Clint Arthur because it is a magical place. And before that place sinks underwater, I'm going to go spend as much time as I can. Like I'm going there every year to write books with groups. Every year for the next 10 years, I'm going to be writing books with groups in Venice. Because I want to be there as much as I can and to get as much power out of that place as I can. And I want to go back to West Point. And that's why, there we go. That's it's backwards, so I couldn't do it. And that's why I'm wearing this West Point shirt. I'm marketing to you, I'm messaging to you that West Point is going to be happening again. And if you want to be a speaker at West Point, you better be an MBA 20, this next version of MBA, which is going to include training in Venice. It's going to include West Point. It's going to include other great stuff. Costume. Costume. Very good. Let's see what we got going on in the chat now that everybody stopped saying we can't see your screen. We aren't seeing your screen. Are you sharing your screen? I don't see your screen. The consternation is because I'm having audio issues. Okay. Female costume. Oh my God. Hey, look, I don't know what your costume is. Oh, let me say a couple more things on costume before I get done with this. I went into this whole thing on the designer of the meat dress because I want you to understand, Chavis, that you're not a costume designer. You're an IT expert. It's not your job to come up with the costume. Now, it may be your job to come up with the idea for the costume. Probably, as the celebrity, this is really important. As the celebrity, it is vital for you to have the vision of where your career is going to go. And if you're going to wear a costume, then you need to have a concept of what that costume might be. Otherwise, you're going to end up like Joy Villa. See, Joy Villa, before she broke through with the Make America Great dress, she had several other costumes that she wore to the Grammys, trying to get attention, trying to get media attention so that her career could do something, so that she could have something happen for her. She wore all kinds of dresses. And one of them was a completely sheer dress. You don't see any pictures of it. Because I guess it's too risque. But another one was this dress, this construction fencing tape dress. Now, this dress was by another designer. The same designer made her 3 dresses. This same designer made her the sheer dress. He made her this construction tape dress. And then he made her the Make America Great Again dress. And unless you have a vision of your own costume and how it can work for you, you're going to end up with like gimmicks. You're going to end up with gimmicks like that. This is just a gimmick dress, and it didn't have traction because it was just a gimmick. Whereas Make America Great, that was something that she believed in. And that was something that also evidently was a gimmick, but it worked better. Gave her a career.
It was timely. It was a timely hook, that dress.
Amen to that, Patty Alfonso. It was a timely hook. You're exactly correct. It was timely. Whereas this thing here is nothing, just a gimmick. Whereas this dress here, you know, build the wall dress. This is theoretically timely also, but didn't have the same bang for the buck.
No, because it's a Pink Floyd dress, not a Build the Mexican Wall dress.
Oh, interesting.
Like Pink Floyd The Wall, the album.
Yeah, well, I hear you. I hear you, but no, this is about building the wall. That's what this dress is about. But I guess, look, you know, this dress didn't do it because she had already done it with Make America Great. I don't know. It's hard. You know, a lot of times I will say to people, it's really harder for me to figure out what's wrong with something than it is for me to just do it right the first time. I don't know why this one didn't do it. Who am I to predict why a costume is going to work or not? We can only see when it happens. What we're trying to do here, folks, what we're trying to accomplish in celebrity entrepreneurship is we're trying to break through the clutter of everything that's going on in the world on TV, radio, podcasts, magazines, on the internet, on Apple News. We're trying to break into that clutter, and we're competing against her. We're competing against Lady Gaga. We're competing against Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. And notice Kanye West has been playing with costumes. You know, being a fashion designer, it's easy for Kanye to be playing with fashion and costumes. This is Sunday service costumes. He's trying to keep it fresh. Even Kanye West. I mean, I don't know why I'm saying even Kanye West. Of course, Kanye West is playing with costumes because he knows that with the right costume, you can have much more penetration. So, for example, you know, here are some different costumes that Kanye has used on his Sunday services, trying to make statements and to make an impact and have more influence in the world, including a couple weeks ago, he had this silver one that he was doing. He was wearing silver makeup as well as silver costuming. Here he is, sells Sunday service merchandise. Sunday service. Here he was on James Corden with his whole Sunday service on an airplane. That was a very good one. Here's the Sunday service. Oh, this is the opera, Nebuchadnezzar. Sunday service. When he was at Sunday service, costume, Joel Osteen Church. He was there at the Joel Osteen Church. This was the Sunday service costume, completely different costume. Here's Sunday service costume. Guys, when you are on TV, the clothes you are wearing, and by the way, here I am. I'm not on ABC, NBC, CBS, or Fox, but if you are doing a webinar, if you are making a video, if you're doing any kind of visual presentation, basically, if you are a performer in a visual presentation, the clothes you are wearing are a costume. And either you can treat them with the respect and attention that they deserve or not. And the more you can figure out the power of this costume, the more you are going to break through. And I don't know what your costume is going to be, Chavis, but if you can figure it out, you're going to be able to have a lot more impact, influence, and income than if you can't. And it's not up to me to figure out your costume. It's up to you as a celebrity to figure out what's it going to be that's going to make you work. I mean, maybe your costume is that you're going to be a Bitcoin. Maybe your costume is that you're going to be a Intel processor. Maybe your costume, I don't know. I don't know. These are good ideas. It's up to you to figure it out. The last thing I will say about all of this is that your costume must make you feel more powerful. You should never feel silly or stupid for wearing a costume. When you wear a costume, it should make you feel more, not less. It should make you feel like you are stronger, not weaker. It should make you feel like you are more powerful, not less powerful. It should make you feel good, not insecure. That's the purpose of the costume. All right. Is there anybody on this webinar right now who has a clip for me to watch? If they would type their name in the chat, I'd be happy to watch any clips that anybody has. And I'm still wondering, like, let's see here. I still don't see, unfortunately, Brad Bongiovanni on here. So does anybody have a clip? Because we had this magic messenger out there, booked himself on a show off a cold call. I'm not crazy about the appearance. You know, it's been a while since he was at Celebrity Launchpad, but he did it. And I'm proud of him for doing it. And I wish he was on here. I'm just going to pull it up as this. I'll go to Facebook and pull it up. Brad Bongiovanni, he's getting mileage out of it. Oh, look, there's Mark Simone. January 2nd, the greatest day of the year. All the tourists are gone and everything's 90% off. Mark Simone. Brad Bongiovanni. Brad Bongiovanni. Okay, let's look at the Brad Bongiovanni. First of all, where's his cover photo, right? Friends, the profile won't go dormant in about a month or so. Will go dormant. So please stay connected over at Dr. Brad Bongiovanni. I don't know why he's going to make it dormant. I think the Facebook profile is a great thing. I prefer the Facebook profile. What's he got here? Lessons of 41 celebrity launch pads. I guess he's already dormant. Here he is. Okay, good. This is Dr. Brad Bongiovanni. Here he is with his Harvard Club of Boston picture as his profile photo cover, okay? Here he is. He got on some TED Talk. Good. I don't understand. Oh, I guess he put it in. He put it in the Celebrity Launchpad Alumni official group. This is Sandy Masori. No. Oh, Nisani. Nisani's not on here. Shocking. You would have thought Nisani would be on here because he made it on ABC Los Angeles. And you would think he would have showed up here with his clip. Here's the Celebrity Entrepreneurs Group. I know I saw his post somewhere. Brad Bongiovanni. Huh. Oh, here's Dave Nisani's thing. I haven't seen this yet.
It certainly is. Traffic moving smoothly behind the empty roadway for the most part right now. No sign of rain just yet, but the temperature is cool. And you add in wet weather, a dropping temperature, and that certainly could turn those roads icy very quickly. Traffic moving smoothly through the grapevine, but that could change in a matter of hours as another cold winter storm is set to move in.
When we were visiting family up north, and we were worried that the 5 was still going to be closed by the time we made it, but it cleared up recently, and we were able to get home.
We heard about the closures on Friday, so we're definitely looking at our weather apps and just double checking the news to see if the road was going to be open. We left, it seemed like everything was going to be fine, so we bought chains just in case.
The grapevine was shut down for several days after a Christmas storm dumped several inches of snow. Dozens of drivers stranded by the dangerous weather.
I've had people sleep in the car for 36 hours because it's like being stuck in the middle of an elevator. You know, there's cars in front of them, there's cars behind them, there's snow everywhere, and they're trapped. They got to wait for the snowplow.
Dave Nazzani owns this mobile gas station in Castaic, where the CHP shuts down I-5. The grapevine turns treacherous. He says he expects it might happen again, given the cold temperatures. The grapevine was finally reopened Friday, but with more wet weather on the way, that could come to a screeching halt again. Those driving through tonight keeping a very close eye on the conditions.
I looked at it a little bit, but they said it was like icy or rainy, snowy and stuff, but I mean, I got changed, so I'm really worried.
I see the snow still here. It's a little slick. It's slick. And he couldn't go to sleep because it was slick.
Oh, honestly, grapevine traffic's always bad, especially this time of night. Snow was cleared out pretty well, no sleek or anything, so that's always a nice thing. And it was beautiful, though. It was a nice little scenic route at this point.
Yeah, certainly a pretty drive through the grapevine now with those snow-covered mountains. We'll see what Mother Nature brings overnight and if it will once again cause trouble through the grapevine. Live in Castaic, Leanne Suter, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Hopefully it just stays beautiful out there, Leanne. Well, did you get a new smartphone or?
All right.
In a short period of time.
Now, here's my comments on this, okay? And I'm going to type it. It's like, I'm going to type this in. You should pay to get a good copy of this excellent video clip on ABC Los Angeles. All right. Now, I've been on ABC Los Angeles. Clint Arthur on ABC Los Angeles. Let's see if we can find that clip. Videos. Man, I don't know how we're going to find this one. I have it. I don't know where it is. I know it's posted. It should have come up. Should have come up on YouTube. See, Dave Nassani he is suffering with this video of him on ABC Los Angeles. He feels like it is less than. He doesn't even have a good video clip of it. He didn't even bother to pay for a good video clip of it because he feels like it is less than. Meanwhile, he's on in Los Angeles. Now, it just so happened that when I was on TV in Los Angeles, it was a similar type of a video. They were doing a story in front of my building in Los Angeles, and I went up to the reporter, and I said to her, what are you doing? I go on TV all the time. Maybe I could give you some good footage. And they ended up putting me on the air. And it was the same kind of thing. I was wearing a Harvard sweatshirt, and I had my shaved head because I would just come back from Mexico, I think, getting a hair transplant. God, these hair transplants have been going on so long. Hopefully this is the last one. And I tell you, getting on TV as a man on the street, as a passerby, that's 100% legitimate. And for Dave Nassani to treat it like it's not a real TV appearance, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, especially for a guy like Nassani, who needs every TV appearance that he can get. There's another person who had a TV appearance from a walk by, and that was Joyce Joya. Let's see if we can find that one. Here we are. This is a walk by.
A major change is coming to the airline industry this weekend. That's when American Airlines and U.S. Airways will officially merge their reservation systems. And the first few weeks might be confusing for some travelers. Let's get to NBC's Gabe Gutierrez. He's at Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson Airport with more on what to expect. Gabe, good morning.
Savannah, good morning. Later today, this airport will see its very last U.S. Airways flights. It's been a wild decade for air travel. Of the 11 top airlines back in 2004, only 6 are still around. The new American Airlines will be 30% bigger, the largest airline in the world.
This morning, U.S. Airways is preparing for its final flights amid some confusion.
Okay, we're supposed to fly American. When we get here, when we check in, we're directed to U.S. Airways over here.
Tomorrow, it'll finally merge its reservation system with Americans, but not everyone's on board yet.
We were just like, are we American or are we U.S. Air? We didn't really know what we were supposed to be checking in as.
2 years ago, the airlines announced plans to join. American says since then it's been working towards tomorrow's transition, running 5 million mock reservations, testing more than 9,000 computers and kiosks, and spending more than 1 million hours training employees, all to make it a smooth takeoff.
American actually has a system that's pretty easy to slide in, the U.S. Airways system. They've been actually doing a pretty good job of this for the last 2 years.
But airline mergers can be turbulent. In 2010, United and Continental got together. The reservation system failed, delaying flights and stranding passengers.
Hi, I'm Oscar Munoz, and I'm the new CEO of United.
Just last month, United's new CEO acknowledged it's been a rocky marriage.
We still haven't lived up to our promise or our potential. That's going to change.
This weekend, American advises get your boarding pass online, have a printed copy of your ticket, and get to the airport earlier than usual.
What I hope for as a traveler is that the airlines will choose the best of each of them and create an airline that will be phenomenal.
It'll be at least another few months before the full U.S. Airways fleet is repainted with the American logo, but the very last U.S. Airways flight will be the red-eye from San Francisco to Philly later tonight. Savannah.
All right, Gabe Gutierrez at the airport for us. Thank you.
Or earlier than usual.
What I hope for.
That's my girlfriend, Joyce Joya. Now, obviously, she didn't learn about smiling on camera. Okay? And I'm telling you guys, and this is like the best image you can get of Joyce Joya on the Today Show. This is about what she looks like throughout the whole clip. That's what she looks like. Because she didn't take me seriously when I was saying you got to speak faster and you got to smile when you're talking. She didn't take me serious enough and practice and work on it enough. Even though this was like her, I think this was about her 40th television appearance. And she got this just because she was walking through the airport. She saw a news crew in the airport. She goes over to the news crew and she says, "Hey guys, what are you working on? I'm a frequent guest on TV news and talk shows." And they go, "We're working on the US Air and American Airlines merger." And she goes, "Well, I'm USA Today's Road Warrior of the Year, and I'm the highest level in American Airlines, and I'm the highest level in United Airlines." And you know what the camera guys said to her? They go, "Wow, we really hit the jackpot, haven't we?" And boom, they put her in this thing. And for her, see, here's where Nisani is different than her, okay? She listens to me. Nisani doesn't freaking listen to me. Nisani wants to listen a little bit and listen to other people and factor in all these things. And, you know, everybody who watched the Nisani book evolution of his new book, I told him what to do. I told him, "Nisani, you need a new book cover that looks more like a bestseller." And so he gets somebody to design him his cover with the match burning on both ends. And he had a picture there of him and Charlene on the cover. And I said to him, "Listen to this. I take the time out of my day to comment on his book cover. Am I getting paid to comment on his book covers? No, I'm not. I'm not getting paid to comment on his book covers. I'm doing it because I care. I take the time out of my life to comment on his book cover. And I say, replace the picture of you and Charlene with the picture of you and Charlene in front of the Jumbotron. You guys all know the picture of him in front of the Jumbotron. I'll pull it up for you. Dave Nasani. Caregivers care. Look at him in his West Point jacket up there. Here's the picture of him and Charlene in front of the Jumbotron. I said, put this picture on the front of your book cover. Does he do it? No, he puts it on the back of his book. Look, guys, if you're going to ask me for my advice, take my advice. Don't, you know what he had the nerve to say after I gave him that? He actually had the nerve to write back as a response to my comment. Some people say that I should put the picture of me and Charlene on the back of my book. And I believe that's what he actually decided to do. I don't know. I was going to write back to him, well, Dave, I guess you should ask some people for their opinions on your book covers all the time instead of me wasting my time, taking time out of my life to give you input on your book cover. I never believed that a person's picture should be on the back of the book. What does that do? It denigrates you. Your whole purpose of your book is to position you as a celebrity. That's the whole purpose of the book, to add celebrity power to you. You put your picture on the back of your book, it just makes you look less. Now, here's the difference between Dave Nasani and Joyce Joya. Dave Nasani doesn't listen. Joyce Joya listens. Joyce Joya has done all different kinds of segments. Here, we'll get rid of Nasani and we'll go to Joyce Joya. The Herman Group. I don't know what that's all about. Media. Ugh, this is terrible. See if that's better. Media. Where's Joyce's audio and video samples? God, let's see if this will work better on Chrome. See, guys, you got to test out your websites. Flash Player is blocked. You got to test out your websites in all different ways. Let's go to Joyce Joy YouTube channel. Maybe that'll help. YouTube, Joyce Joya. Dr. Nilda.
Now broadcasting.
No. This looks decent. Joyce Joya YouTube channel. Okay. Uploads. Here, look at all these TV clips. Okay. These are all Joyce Joya. Joyce Joya does all kinds of different segments. Joyce Joya does segments on the future. Joyce, because she's a futurist. Joyce Joya also does segments on travel. One of Joyce Joya's, and this was the big concept, like here she is on Fox TV Virginia. What is this one? Joyce Joya on Fox, on NBC Atlanta. What is she talking about? Mistakes to save money on airfare, hotels, and rental cars. All right. Joyce Joya does all kinds of things, but the concept of this all is that you are going to get on TV however you can for whatever you can. And I've been telling Dave Nasani, I said, Dave, you own a gas station, okay? The segment that's going to break Dave Nasani through, for some reason, he's like really fixed on becoming a caregiver, a celebrity. He wants to be a celebrity caregiver. Okay, great. But so far, he's only been on in Los Angeles as a gas station owner. And I've told him, Dave, the segment that's going to break you through is mistakes to avoid when you bring your car in to get gas. See, that's a segment that everybody can want to watch. Hey, we've got a gas station owner here from Mobile Gas Station who is willing to share with us the big mistakes that motorists make when they go in to gas up their car. That's a big segment. Why? Because everybody has a freaking car. Thank you. How many people are caregivers? Only some. It happens to be that a much larger percentage of the population is a caregiver than you really think, because you're not one yet. You will be. Either you'll be a caregiver or somebody will be taking care of you. There's like a 30% chance. But everybody's got a freaking car. And everybody has to gas up that car every single day. It's an everyday item. Yeah, do what Clint says. And for some reason, Nasani, he gets on ABC Los Angeles, and he doesn't even have, I mean, can you believe the shitty quality of his video clip? He just like shoots a video of the TV screen with his camera because he doesn't give it enough respect. Guys, how real is this? I mean, here she is on the Today Show. Here she is on dozens of other appearances. People say, yeah, but Clint, is it real? And what I say to you is Martha Stewart real? She's as real as you are. Is Harvard real? Harvard is as real as you. Was NASDAQ real? NASDAQ is as real as you. Check it out. Dave Nasani doesn't feel like him on ABC Los Angeles is real. He doesn't feel like that's real because he's not doing his caregiver shtick. It's not a segment that he proposed. No, it's not a segment he proposed. It's the segment I've been telling him to do. It's the segment he should be doing, the gas station segment. He's got more authority. See, here's the problem. When you're a caregiver, who's anointing you? Who's blessing you? Who's giving you a credential? Nobody. But when you own a mobile gas station, you're a gas station owner. But he doesn't want, this is the problem I have with a lot of people. They don't want to be what they are. And the more you can be who you are and what you are, the more successful you're going to be. We have to find out what you really are. Being a celebrity is not about changing. Being a celebrity is about being the most you that you can be. Being a celebrity is about being as much and as powerful a version of you as we can get. Celebrity doesn't change you. It makes you more of what you are. Now, I get it. Being a caregiver is a big part of his life, and he wants it to be for that. But my philosophy is, I don't care why I'm on TV. I just want to be on TV as much as I possibly can. And if I had a TV mentor telling me that my segment should be 3 mistakes to avoid when you get your hair transplant, I would do that in a second. I don't care. I don't really care. I don't care why I'm on TV. If I take the time to give you a segment and you don't want to do that segment, it's really not going to encourage me to want to help you. anymore. Yeah, you'd love to find out what you are. Exactly. The sooner we can find out who you are, the sooner you can blow up. Now we got Karen Malmeister, and I know Karen Malmeister. Karen Malmeister did exactly what I told her to do. So she's going to get rewarded on here. Because I did get her segment.
Yay.
And I'm not mean.
Sometimes you are.
No, hey, look. I am not mean. Or let me just say this.
Maybe your New Yorker comes out.
I haven't been mean to you. All right? I haven't been mean to you. Now, I want to show you something.
Okay.
All right. Now, have you been in the members area? You ever been in the members area?
Yes.
All right. So CL45. I produce these things called segment proposals. All right. And your job as aspiring celebrities is to make segment proposals that look as much like mine as possible. Let's see if we can find some proposals. I know where I can find some proposals. I can't find them in here. Here they are. Celebrity Launchpad for 45 guests. These are the most current proposals. All right. Now, this is one of them. I'm going to put these aside next to yours. All right.
Okay.
And we're going to compare and contrast.
Okay.
You've seen these proposals in the members area, right?
Yes.
Okay. So this is yours. We'll get rid of this extra page. All right. This is yours. And this is what mine look like. Let's just take it. Let's just look. We'll look at Linda Fostek, right?
Okay.
All right. Let's just look at Linda Fostek and what's the difference between hers and yours. All right. Now let's just do really simple stuff because in the members area, they all basically look like this. Now, here we have, let me bring up some annotation tools. All right, here's the contact info. See how that looks?
Uh-huh, yes.
That's what they all look like. Look, I'll scroll up. Oh, I can't scroll up. I gotta scroll up now. Here, look. They all look like that. See contact info? It's like a block. See the block? They all look like that for the sake of clarity. I've been making them like that for 7 years. They always look like that. See, it's a block for the sake of clarity. Here's Gay Montgomery's. It's a block. Here's Rick Jordan's. It's a block for the sake of clarity. Do you think it would be good for you to make yours the same?
Obviously.
Obviously. Okay, good. Let's go back to Linda Fostek. All right, that's one thing that's different. What else is different? Well, what's this?
Just the cover of
A
her
book cover.
Yeah.
All right. Why is the book cover so important? Because it immediately gives you authority, visual authority. You're the author of a book on the topic.
Okay.
And by the way, this is what Dave Nasani, other people have said it would be better to put my picture on the back of my book cover. So he listens to other people, okay, who have said, this is my question that I wanted to write in there. I get so freaking pissed at Dave Nasani because I've invested so much time and effort trying to help this guy. What I want to say is, other people who have written more books, other people who have created more book covers for more magic messengers than I have, other people who have made more money as a coach for authors, speakers, coaches, and other experts than I have. Who are these other people whose advice you're taking over mine? These people who make millions of dollars. I guess these other people make millions of dollars a year coaching experts on how to break through. I guess you should take those people's advice rather than mine, those other people, right? Look at Linda Fosdick's book cover. What's on the front cover of her book? Celebritizing her.
A beautiful picture.
Her beautiful picture.
Yeah.
Good. That's not on your segment, okay? What else is not on your segment, okay? Well, let's analyze all of these segments that I create. They're all essentially the same. All right? What is the first paragraph? The first paragraph here is a third-party statistic. This is a credible third-party statistic. A credible third-party statistic. This one is from reliefweb.int. All right, so let's look at yours. According to the AM, the American Medical, and okay, so look, you're very close here, Karen. You did good here. You're very close. However, what we're looking for is a piece of credibility. Now, what has the most credibility of any medical organization in the world?
The American Medical.
The American Medical Association, the AMA.
Right.
Okay. Now, look what you did. You undercut your best piece of credibility by not giving it its proper name. Okay. What this should just say is American Medical Association, :
Okay.
right? 14,000 people are treated every year for injuries caused by backpacks. All right? You don't need this word there.
Okay.
Now, that's your whole first paragraph. That's it. American Medical Association. 14,000 people are treated every year for injuries caused by backpacks.
Okay.
Second paragraph, what does it say? Linda Fosdick, author of And Now What, says, there are 5 mistakes to avoid in the event of a natural disaster or crisis. Second paragraph, that's the same in every proposal. First paragraph, credible third-party statistic indicating that there is a real problem that people are unaware of. Second paragraph, experts' opinion on what needs to be done to fix the problem. That's every segment. Here's yours. You have yours tied up in the first paragraph. This should be in the second paragraph. And yours is not exactly correct.
Okay.
What this should say is, and Karen, you misspelled your own name in this segment.
Oh my goodness.
Okay? And your name, like just the way the American Medical Association, the full name of that organization is the most important part about that organization. Your full name is the most important part about you as a celebrity. That's your entire brand. Okay? So you got to spell your own name correctly in your proposals. All right. Dr. Karen Mahlmeister, a chiropractor for 25 years, has a great quiz and suggestions to eliminate pain caused by backpacks. Now, what you're trying to do there, I get what you're trying to do, but that's not what I did. See, the reason why you need a book, the reason why I encourage every one of my clients to have a book on their topic is because it gives you instant authority as the expert on your topic. Now, what's your book?
Pain relief from head to toe.
Thank you. That's better than being that's better than being a chiropractor of 25 years, especially considering how some people, I'm not saying that they're right, but you and I both know that chiropractic medicine is not the most highly regarded medicine. When you're comparing the AMA and the Chiropractic Association, right?
Right.
Which one is more authoritative?
AMA.
Obviously, Chiropractic Association is like, you know, a lot of people don't believe in chiropractics.
Right.
To their own detriment, because I know it's a fantastic medical benefit for a lot of people. Okay? But all you have to say is, Dr. Karen Mahlmeister, now we're implying that you're an MD, which is higher status than a chiropractor. We never said it, but we just implied it. Dr. Karen Mahlmeister, author of Pain from Head to Toe. Says you may be carrying your backpack in a way that will injure you. Are you? Take the quiz.
Wow.
That's what this should say.
Yeah, it should.
Type that in.
Type it in.
Actually, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to go in here. So this is your backpack. What was your original headline for this? Because I liked your original headline.
That was it.
Yeah, okay. So is your backpack.
Oh, actually, it was 8 mistakes that adults and kids must avoid when carrying a backpack.
I think that's the better, like, this is not a quiz. This doesn't need to be a quiz segment. Okay. This is a demonstration segment. I understand what you're trying to do, but really this is 8 mistakes to avoid when you carry a backpack.
Okay.
And then this is 8 mistakes to avoid.
That adults and kids.
No, when you carry a backpack.
Oh, okay.
That's what that is.
Okay.
Okay?
Uh-huh.
So let's clear out all this stuff. Let's clear out all the detritus. 8 mistakes to avoid when you carry a backpack. According to the American Medical Association. We don't even need that. We just say American Medical Association.
Okay.
Colon. 14,000 people are treated every year for injuries caused by backpacks. One sentence in one line. Boom. Dr. Karen Maumeister, author of Pain Relief from Head to Toe.
Yes.
Says there are 8 mistakes to avoid when you carry a backpack. That's the segment. Now, this part here. Backpacks were created to simplify our lives. We could throw the backpack onto our shoulders and have our hands free to carry more stuff. Backpacks are often the cause of pain and muscle spasms to your neck, shoulders, mid, and low back. That's all good stuff for you to say on TV. But if you put that on the segment, you know who's going to say that stuff on TV?
Oh.
The host.
Not me. Oh, okay. All right.
The host is going to say that. Because
I thought we were supposed to put down everything that we were going to say on TV.
I never said that.
Oh, okay.
In fact, look, I don't blame you for thinking that. I don't blame you for thinking that. A lot of the stuff that you have preconceptions about
Right.
are counterintuitive. Like a lot of the stuff that I teach at Celebrity Launchpad is counterintuitive to what you may think. Okay? I can understand why you would think a producer would want to have everything that you're going to say on this one sheet, but they don't want that. They like, and it's not helpful for you to give them everything that you're going to say, because as many people have learned by going on TV, anything that's on this proposal is most likely going to come out of the mouth of the host.
Oh, okay.
All right. So what are the 8 mistakes? I only see 6 of them here.
Oh, wow.
See? So the first mistake is...
I actually combined a couple of them and never changed.
What is the first mistake?
When you take off your backpack, the shoulders are irritated and red.
Well, is that a mistake or a symptom? That's not a mistake. So we're down to 7. All right. Now, the first mistake is, okay, see, and do you have shoulder, mid, or low back pain? That's not a mistake. That is a
result. Yeah.
That's a result, right? Now we're down to 6, which, by the way, Karen, is better, because you should really only have 5 mistakes in any segment. All right. Okay. Now, first one. When you are walking bent forward, that is a mistake.
Okay.
Bending forward while you walk is your first mistake. And the reason you do this is because the backpack is too heavy, but I know that's what you're going to say. I'm going to leave that on here for a moment. Let me think here. 1, 2, 3, up. I'm going to get this down to 5 because that's what it really should be. So bending forward when you walk. This is a result of the backpack being too heavy. And by the way, Patty Alfonso, if you want to stay on, I will do your segment with you privately. Like, if you want, I will do your segment with you privately after this webinar is over. I'm in on this one right now, and I want to wrap this up. Okay.
And I'm totally listening and taking pointers and changing what I sent you already. So
Good. Because ultimately my goal is not for me to be doing these things for you. Ultimately, my goal is to create magic messengers who are able to do this stuff on their own. Because you don't want to be relying on me. Karen Maumeister has been waiting for me to do this segment for her for like 3 weeks. But if she had just been comparing and contrasting her segment with the others in the members area, she could have had this done and she could have booked herself on some shows already instead of waiting for me to do for her. But since she did, I'm going to do this, okay? So
very much appreciated.
yeah, hey, look, I get it. I get it. This is what you pay for me to do this stuff. But Patty Alfonso has already been through Launchpad, so she can learn from this a lot more than you. Okay, Gay Montgomery, Happy New Year. Okay, so bending forward when you walk, that is the mistake. I'm keeping this in here because for the pitch, I'm gonna use that as my words. Ultimately, I will delete those words out of here. Next one is carrying. The second mistake to avoid is carrying a backpack on one shoulder. That will result in your one shoulder being higher. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Next. Three. And that is overloading your backpack. Is that right?
Yes.
Overloading your backpack. Too heavy. All right. This is, most backpacks weigh more than a suitcase on wheels. And the fourth mistake is making grunting sounds when you lift or take off the backpack. Why is that a mistake?
That means that it's too heavy for you.
So basically, let me ask you this question. You had 3 or 4 things that were all about it being too heavy. What other mistakes are there to avoid when you carry a backpack? Other than, okay, number 1, leaning forward when you carry the backpack. That's a mistake. Number 2, wearing the backpack on one shoulder only is a mistake. Number 3, overweighting the backpack, putting too much stuff in there is a mistake. That's 3 mistakes.
Yes.
What other mistakes are there, Karen?
Organizing it incorrectly, putting the heaviest object. The heaviest object should be against your spine.
Organizing the contents incorrectly. Heaviest object should be closest to your spine. Very good. And what's the 5th mistake to avoid when wearing a backpack?
They get a backpack that's too big for them.
Ah, that's fantastic.
The sizing.
Choosing a backpack that is too big for you. Now, why is that a problem?
If it's too big, it's going to be longer. It should sit below your shoulders and to your waist. But if it's too big, it'll go up higher on your shoulders, and that'll create a problem.
Cool. Awesome. Very good. Now, this is one thing. This is a pet peeve. You don't know about this. There is a big revolt amongst all TV producers against any 5-step systems or formulas. They don't want to hear about a 5-step formula. They don't want to hear that.
Okay.
They're happy if you have an acronym that makes sense. Like ALIVE, hey, awareness, this could be the last year of your life. Let go of past mistakes. Don't beat yourself up, just move forward. I, inspire yourself with great goals and dreams. V, visualize how to make them happen. And E, energize yourself with my favorite kind of energy from great quotes. Like my favorite quote from General George Patton, accept the challenges so that you can feel the exhilaration of victory. And that's how you come alive. See, that's a 5-step formula. But I didn't call it a 5-step formula. I said, hey, this is how you come alive in the new year. Which is perfect for this webinar, by the way. Here we are in the new year, and I've just taught you how to come alive in the new year.
Wow.
All right, now shows. This is wrong. This is called. You should have a back. You should have a back formula. And the B stands for both shoulders. And the A stands for against your spine. And the C would be choose the right size.
Whoa.
A.
Wow.
And the K is keep it light.
Wow.
Under 10% of body weight.
Wow.
That's the back formula.
Amazing. Amazing. Wow.
Now, these superstars all carry backpacks on both shoulders. So if it's good for these stars, it's good for us. Okay, great. So this is another piece of nice third-party credibility. Okay, so we need. This is like bonus points that you did here, Karen, because I told you find some celebrities wearing backpacks, right?
Yes.
Now, let's take. Remember, we had all these things that were wrong with your segment that were different from what a real segment looked like. The book, we had the picture on the cover of the front cover of the book, the contact information block, right? Then we had the first paragraph of third-party credibility. Then we had the quote from the expert. Then we had the 5 talking points. Then we have your formula for how to do it correctly. And then there's a little bio here. Okay? And what else do we have on this page that we haven't addressed yet? We have pictures of celebrities. Here's Howard Hughes. Here's Robert De Niro. Here's Captain America. See these things?
Uh-huh.
You so beautifully came up with Taylor Swift. Let's see if we can find a picture of Taylor Swift carrying a backpack. On both shoulders, ideally. Taylor Swift backpack. How do you know she carries it on both shoulders?
Oh, I pulled it up. It was actually it was hard to find because most of them have their own backpacks. So,
here she is.
Yep.
Isn't that her?
Yes, it is.
All right, so let me clear off these all drawings. Okay, great. There's Taylor Swift carrying her backpack on both shoulders. Very good. Now you said there was Ed Sheeran who also paid his, he also has a backpack?
Yes.
Let me get that name. Ed Sheeran. And Justin Bieber. You misspelled Justin Bieber. You called him Justin Bieber. Although he likes Bieber, he's not Justin Bieber. He is Justin Bieber.
Oh, okay.
Ed Sheeran backpack.
Wow.
Here he is. Ed Sheeran carrying a backpack on both shoulders. That's the picture, right?
That's not the one I came up with. That's better.
You got a bet. Oh, here's another one. Here he is. Actually, this one, you would say this one is incorrect, right? It's too big for him.
It's too big.
Yeah. Here, this one is the best one because it's the correct size and he's wearing it on both shoulders. So let's use this one. All right. And then you said Justin Bieber. Let's get Justin Bieber backpack.
Wow.
Here he is. Is that the image you had?
I had him on a skateboard, but that works great too.
That's pretty good, right?
Yes.
We can find you out. Let's see if there's more images. Look, here's 2 images of him. I mean, this guy wears backpacks all the time.
All the time. Yeah.
I think this one is good. This is a very celebrity type of. What was the other one I had? I had. Yeah, I mean this one. I like this other one better because you.
The
can
other
see
one is better.
it
Yeah.
better. And it's a more fabulous backpack too. Where the hell did it go? I lost it. Oh no! Daddy, you lost it. Oh, I'll find it. Don't worry. I did lose it. Where the heck is it? Did I really lose it? Oh, there it is. All right. This one looks like he's in more.
That's a great one.
So that's a good one. Yeah. All right, good. All right. See, the weakness of yours is that only 14,000 injuries are reported a year. All right. So what we're trying to get, what we really would like to have is we would really like to have what we'd really like to have is we'd really like to have more, like a bigger number of in the statistics. All right. So American Medical, 14,000 people are treated. Okay. So what we need is we need a statistics on the use of backpacks. That's what we really like. Statistics on use of backpacks. Let's see if we can come up with that. Here you go. 79 million students in the US carry backpacks. Doesn't that sound better?
Whoa, yes. Oh my God.
Now we're really getting something. Yeah. Now, unfortunately, this statistics is from, updated January 14, 2019. Where's that from? And look, how many did you say?
14,000.
14,000. Hey, look at this. More than 23,000 backpack-related injuries were treated at hospital emergency rooms, physician offices, and clinics in 2007. That's too old. We need to get something newer, but that's even better. Emergency rooms. Wow. All right. Let's see if we can really hone in on this.
You can see why you're a superstar doing this, Clint. Oh my God.
Keep flattering me. It's good. It's good. Wow. Just joking. I don't need flattery. Really. Just keep paying. That's all. Keep paying. All right. Where do we have heavy backpacks cause thousands of injuries? 2009. Statistics on backpacks. Let's just go on backpacks. 2013. How many backpacks are bought every year? Oh,
wow.
174 million.
Wow.
Americans bought more backpacks than ever last year, 174 million backpacks. Let's see if we can get statistics on backpacks 2019. Let's zoom in on this. How many backpacks? 13. Whoa, look at these statistics right here. What do we got? Backpack market value. Total revenues from Samsonite. That's not it. Travel goods. Typical base weight during 2018. Capacity. Backpack use. Base weight. What's this one? Camping equipment. Safety. Hey, look, there's a nationally recognized backpack safety expert named Karen Jacobs. There's a woman who's like focusing her whole life on being a backpack safety expert.
Wow.
See, that's what you're up against. Sales of bulletproof backpacks surged 200 to 300%. That sounds interesting. Oh, here we go. Here's your segment, my girl. Will your backpack save your life or kill you? That's really
Wow.
where your segment has to go. Bulletproof backpack sales surging 200 to 300% in the wake of mass shootings.
True.
All right, so here's the segment. Will your kid's backpack save their life or turn them into a cripple? That's your segment. Woo! I love that.
Wow, what a complete change, but I get it.
Yeah.
That's amazing what you did. Thank you very, very much.
Will
Amazing.
your kid's backpack save their life or turn them into a cripple? That's the segment.
Wow.
All right. Now, and that all came out of trying to get statistics. Most bulletproof backpacks for children can withstand 9mm and 44 Magnum ammunition, but not rifle fire. That's a phenomenal thing to put in a segment. Let's put that in. That just sounds great. I guarantee you they have not done bulletproof backpack segments on local TV.
I'm sure. I have to think outside the box a little bit.
Yeah, you have to get with these.
Yeah, I would have never even thought of anything, obviously.
You should contact these bulletproof backpack manufacturers. I mean, I never even knew about this stuff. But here's the thing that you got to understand about all these TV producers. Look, this is on CNN.com. All these TV producers, they know everything about everything because every expert and his brother is trying to hit them with something to get on TV. So I liked this backpack thing and I like it even more now. Okay. They're marketed as bulletproof or bullet resistant, depending on the store, but the two are synonymous. Okay. And the backpacks retail for between $119 and $299. get on the phone, call up one of these companies, tell them you're a chiropractor, you're going on TV to do segment about backpacks, and you want to include theirs in the segments. Okay.
Okay, I will do that.
If you, or just go to the store and buy one for $119. Your time may be worth more than a couple of hours that it's going to take to make that free backpack happen. So in any case, all right. Let's see. We're still looking for statistics on backpacks. We're still looking for that. This article is 2015. I still want statistics on backpacks 2019. So let's see what they're saying here. Backpack market value forecast worldwide from 18 to 23. You know, they're saying global backpack market estimated worth $17 billion in 2018 and forecast to reach $22 billion by 2023. That's a decent statistic. It's not ideal, but it's good enough for us to go with right now. Okay? That should be the opening. That's an opening statistic. Celebrities, including Taylor Swift. Oh, let's just say Taylor Swift, Justin Bieber, and Ed Sheehan. How do you spell his name? Sheehan.
Sheeran.
Yeah, Sheehan. Are among the millions of everyday, of Americans who carry backpacks every day. See, this is an everyday item segment, Chavis.
Wow.
See that? It's an everyday item segment. It's about a backpack. The American Medical Association says 14,000 people are treated every year for injuries caused by backpacks. Where's that article? Because I bet that article says 14,000 people are treated in emergency rooms every year. I bet it says that. AMA backpacks. Let's see what it says. American Medical Association. American Medical Association. Backpacks. Backpacks. Treatment. Well, look, I don't know where you found that statistic. Here it is. Let's see. BU Today, 2019. Good. There you go. That's what it really is. Each year, more than 14,000 Americans seek medical treatment for backpack injuries, with more than 5,000 winding up in emergency rooms. Hello, we need the emergency rooms part.
Okay.
That dramatic part. Okay. Let's put that in there. American Medical Association. Each year, more than 14,000 Americans seek medical treatment. Good. Now we're American Medical Association. There we go. did it, Daddy. You did it.
Amazing.
A new trend is bulletproof backpacks. A new trend sparked by school shootings is bulletproof backpacks. This is a fantastic thing. Most bulletproof backpacks for children, blah, blah, blah. We'll do that. Very nice. Dr. Karen, okay, this is a fascinating segment now. See how fascinating this freaking segment is?
Oh my God, yes. No comparison.
Yeah, we'll put him over here. That's all we need. We got Ed Sheeran. There are 5 mistakes to avoid when you carry a backpack. There are 5 mistakes to avoid injuring yourself, to avoid when you carry a backpack, to avoid injury. That's what you're saying. Number 1, bending forward when you walk. Number 2, because if you need to walk properly, if you're having to bend forward when you walk, you're going to hurt your whole, you can do damage to all of your body, right?
Sure.
Number 2, carrying the backpack on one shoulder. That's going to make one shoulder higher than the other, throwing off the alignment of your entire body, which is going to result in all kinds of issues for you. Number 3, overloading your backpack. If it's too heavy, if it's heavier than a suitcase on wheels, that's bad for your back, right?
Yes, obviously. Yep.
Great. Number 3, organizing the contents incorrectly. You need to put the contents of your backpack with the heaviest items closest to your spine so that it has the least impact on your body. It's closest to your center of gravity, right?
Yes.
Great. 5, choosing a backpack that's too big for you. The proper backpack should sit below your shoulders and go down to your waist, not below it, just to it. If it's going below it, it's going to throw off your center of gravity. Now that we know these mistakes to avoid, here's how to avoid injuring your back. B, both shoulder straps need to be worn every time you wear a backpack. A, wear it with the heaviest items against your spine. C, choose the right size, not too big, not too small. And K, keep it under 10% of your body weight to avoid damaging your back.
Wow. It sounds fabulous. Thank you so very much. Oh my goodness.
Now let's get okay.
Yeah.
Dr. Karen Malmeister, all right, is a frequent speaker.
Okay.
Okay. Now, did you speak about this at Harvard this year?
Not this topic. It was different.
Okay, but you spoke at the Harvard Club of Boston?
Yes, I did.
About pain, right?
Yes.
Great. And where else have you spoken?
Carnegie Hall.
Carnegie Hall. Very good. Where else?
I have several talks that I've given locally.
Okay, great. So Karen Malmeister, all right, is a frequent speaker at Harvard Club of Boston and Carnegie Hall.
Wow.
And author of Pain Relief from Head to Toe.
Wow.
This is why I want you guys to do these speaking engagements. See? Dr. Karen Malmeister. Okay. All right. Now, during the course, how many patients have you served?
Oh my goodness. Thousands.
How many thousands? 25-year medical career. She has served more then how many patients do you see a week?
I retired, but I would see
You were
200 a week.
You would see 200 a week for how many years?
For 10 years.
200 times 50 weeks a year is 10,000 times 10 years, 100,000 patients. During the course of her 25-year medical career, she has served more than 100,000 patients.
Wow.
See, that's the bio.
That's amazing. The difference, I just can't believe it. Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Very, very good. Thank you.
Yeah. Now, what about the book cover? Where's the book cover? Where's your book cover?
Where is it?
Yeah.
I didn't send it to you.
Well, do you have it?
I don't know how to be talking to you and then get something off the computer.
Is it on Amazon?
It is.
All right. What's the title?
Pain relief from head to toe.
That's right. You don't know how to send an email and be on the computer at the same time. Hey, nice book cover.
You told me what to do. I followed.
Yeah. Good. Now, if I could just get a high-res copy of it, that would really be great. See, am I mean? I'm not mean.
No, you're doing, it's doing wonderful. Thank you. So appreciate it. Oh my goodness.
I'm not, look, I need
You've been tough.
Hey, I'm not mean. I'm not mean. Here's the book cover.
Just made up for it.
Here's the book cover. See what that does when you
Yes.
what it does when you have a book cover with your picture on it? It saves a whole step, you know? That's the way a book should look.
Wow. Wow.
All right. Now, let's see this. This thing here. This needs to go higher up. We need a header. Got to have a header. There's the header. And we'll put that in the middle. We'll put it down here. There we go.
Wow.
All right, global backpack market is estimated at was estimated at 17.2 billion US dollars in 2018 and is forecast to reach 22.5 billion US dollars by 2023. Taylor Swift, Justin Bieber, and Ed Sheeran are among millions of Americans who carry backpacks every day. Blah, 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 blah. All right. Now we're going to tighten these up here. These, for some reason, are separated. You need to get those tighter. Good. Both shoulder straps. This one needs to come down. Good. Dr. Karen Malmeister, frequent speaker, blah, blah, blah. Costume. We'll take this costume and props. Costume. White lab coat. That is a lab coat. Medical lab coat. props, backpack. These are good items. I was going to take them off, but they're good items. Costume and props. Didn't I say costume is everything?
Yeah.
Costume and props. Very important. Contact info. Such an easy thing to do correctly. You don't even, oh, you do have your cell phone. Cell phone, contact. I never said contact information. I just say contact. See? I never said contact info. Contact. Dr. Karen Malmeister. Cell phone. I never put Facebook pages. I never do that. All right. Here we go. I'm going to do your audio right now. This is the way I do these audio pitches. Now, you're not coming to Launchpad for months, right?
May.
Now, if I go to the trouble of making you an audio right now, do you swear to God that you're going to get on the phone and start cold calling and pitching yourself to get on shows? Or am I waiting?
I will do it.
Okay. This is how it should sound. Look how easy this whole thing is to make an audio. All right. You're going to call up the producers. You're going to call up the show. You're going to go in my personal Rolodex. You're going to dial a phone number. Somebody's going to say, fucking metronome. Somebody's going to say, WXYZ, can I help you? Hey, can I please speak to the producer who books the guests? Oh, just one moment. Ring, 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 ring. Newsroom. Hey, can I talk to the producer who books the guests? Hold on one second. Ring, 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 ring. This is Joe. Hey, Joe, are you the producer who books the guests? Yes, I am. Perfect. You're just the person I need to talk to. My name is Dr. Karen Malmeister. I'm the author of the new book, Pain Relief from Head to Toe. And I'm calling about an urgent topic that affects millions of Americans every single day, including celebrities like Taylor Swift, Justin Bieber, and Ed Sheehan. My segment is called, Will Your Kid's Backpack Save Their Life, or will it turn them into a cripple? Then you just pause and wait for them to say, wow, that sounds interesting. Tell me more. And then you say, the global backpack market is estimated at $17.2 billion in 2018, and it's going to go up to $22.5 billion by 2023. Taylor Swift, Justin Bieber, Ed Sheehan, these are just several of millions of Americans who carry backpacks every single day. But the American Medical Association says that each year, more than 14,000 Americans seek medical treatment for backpack injuries, and more than 5,000 of those people end up in emergency rooms. Now, with all these school shootings, there's a whole new trend, which is bulletproof backpacks. Most bulletproof backpacks for kids withstand the bullets fired by 9mm and 44 Magnum ammunition, but not rifles. And they range in prices from $119 to $299. Now, I am the author of a book called Pain Relief from Head to Toe. I've treated more than 100,000 patients over the course of my 25-year medical career. And I say there are 5 mistakes to avoid when you carry a backpack if you want to avoid injuring yourself. The first mistake is bending forward when you walk. And this happens if you're finding yourself bending forward when you're walking, it's because your backpack is too heavy. And that's a big mistake because it will throw off your whole posture. The second mistake to avoid is carrying a backpack on one shoulder. That's going to make one of your shoulders higher than the other. It's going to ruin your posture. The third mistake is overloading your backpack. If it's too heavy, if it weighs more than a suitcase on wheels, you shouldn't be carrying it on your back. The fourth mistake is organizing the contents of your backpack incorrectly. You got to have the heaviest object closest to your spine. Otherwise, it's going to make you be leaning back because it's so freaking heavy. And the fifth mistake to avoid injuring yourself when you carry a backpack is choosing a backpack that's too big for you. Your backpack should sit below your shoulders and it should not go below your waist. Now that you know the mistakes to avoid, here's how to carry a backpack without injuring your back. B, both shoulder straps, not one, both. A, against your spine. Put the heaviest objects against your spine. C, choose the right size. And K, keep it under 10% of your total body weight. That's my formula for avoiding back injuries. And I'm on a tour promoting my new book. I'm going to come in your studio wearing my medical lab coat so everybody knows I'm a medical doctor. And I'm going to bring a backpack and all kinds of other fun props. What do you think? Boom.
Yes. Wow.
That's a pick.
Wow. That was fabulous.
Yeah.
The
It
one
really is.
one thing we need to change though is cripple.
Why?
I don't know if you should be saying that anymore.
I'm not saying your kid is a cripple. I'm saying it's going to cripple your kid. It's going to make them a cripple. You want to use emotional words.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Tamisa Leiden. Booked.
Thank you, Tamisa. Clint, this was just takes my breath away. It's a whole different way of looking at things. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Thank you
It is a
so
whole
very
way of
much.
looking at things. This is a way, look, what this is all about, all this work that I do. And look, I got to wrap this up because I've gone an hour over tonight. And I correct
Thank you.
Ed Sheeran. Okay. Ed Sheeran. All of this is about creating relevance. Look what we got to. We got to school shootings, for God's sakes. What could be more, current? This is all about making your stuff seem relevant to an audience. Who is the audience? The audience is the producer's audience. You're trying to get an audience, you're trying to get the producer's audience to like this.
Okay.
You're trying to get the producer to think this is going to be relevant to my audience. Hello? It's got to seem like it's relevant to the producer's audience. If it's not relevant to the producer's audience, it's not getting on TV.
Okay.
And that's what this is all about. And that's all we did was use tricks. I used different tricks to make this seem more relevant. I added celebrities. I added in statistics from credible third-party sources. I use celebrities. The American Medical Association. You have a book to create instinct authority. You have your picture on the cover to position you like a celebrity, like all celebrities look. You got props. You got a costume. She got a costume, Chavis, that established her instantly as a medical professional. And this whole pitch, including the time that I spent trying to get to the producer, is only 3 minutes and 54 seconds.
Okay.
Now, make sure you say all the words exactly like I say it. You type up this segment. Oh, one more thing, by the way. I have too many words here. See, all these words here that are extra words, those words need to go away because we don't want the host to say those words. I just had them there so that I would know what to say when I was making this pitch. Now this is going to look a lot better because all these words are going away.
Oh, wow.
And right here, this should be all caps. Capitalization, all caps. Your name should be all caps in the bio. All right, now that we got rid of a lot of the words, now we can make these letters bigger. These are 11 point. These need to be 12 point. Good. All right, and then this part right here, this all needs to be 12 point. And that footer needs to go away, bottom. There we go. And then this block right here can be offset some more to have it be looking nicer and easier to see, and put that all in that. And there you go. Hooray!
Wow. Amazing. Thank you.
Yep. Hey, I'm sure any one of your other coaches would have stayed an extra hour to do this on a webinar for you.
Oh, I mean, you're the best. You are the best. Wow. This is what you turned this into. Is everybody else shocked that's still on the call? I mean, very different. Oh my goodness. Fabulous.
It's the process. You have to go through this process. If you don't go through this exploration process of seeing what's really going on, then you can never get to this.
Thank you very much for your time and your help. That was
all right.
Fabulous.
Now I'm going to send you this will your kids' backpack save their life? I'm going to email this to you.
Thank you.
Karen. What's your email address, Karen?
Dr_Karen, Karens. There it is.
Okay, good. All right, this is the audio.
Perfect.
Now, what kind of cell phone do you have?
An iPhone.
Good. So you should be able to receive this email on your iPhone, open it up, click it, and hear me playing the audio. Can you do that?
Oh, right? Yeah, I can do that.
Do that right now. Did you get that?
Oh, okay. All right.
I'll tell you, one of the things that makes me successful is that I do stuff right now. I don't tell you to get back to me later. I say, hey, did you get it? Did you get the email? That's another thing you're going to say when they're going to say to you, here, let me add this on for you because you're going to never know this. Okay. Here's how this has to go so you don't blow this. Okay. Now, the guys, you're going to say, promoting my new book. I'm going to come in your studio wearing my medical lab coat so everybody knows I'm a medical doctor. And I'm going to bring a backpack and all kinds of other fun props. What do you think? Okay, great. I'm going to modify that just one little bit. And I'm going to bring in one of those bulletproof backpacks and all kinds of other props. What do you think? And he's going to say, well, that sounds very interesting. Could you send me something in writing? And you're going to say, sure. I have a one-page proposal for you as a PDF that I can email you right now. What is your direct email address, please? And he's going to say, my email address is newstips@wxyz. And you're going to say, come on, Joe. What's your direct email address? And he's going to say, oh, I'd rather not give that out. You say, hey, man, I'm just trying to send you what you want. Could you please give me your email address so that I can send you an email? I promise I won't give it to anybody, and I won't dox you or publish it anywhere. And he's going to say, oh, okay. My email address is joe@wxyz.com. And you're going to type that into the email right then, because you're going to have an email open with the proposal PDF in it, ready to go. And you're going to say, boom. Okay, Joe, I just sent you the one-page proposal. Did you get it? And he goes, oh, well, I'll check my email later, and I'll get back to you if I'm interested. And you say, Joe, I just sent you the email. Did you receive the email? You know how hard it is to get an email to go through spam filters and stuff like that. You said you're interested. What? Did you get the email? Oh, yeah, here it is. It popped up in my emails just now. Okay, great. Do me a favor, Joe. Can you open the email? Can you see the PDF? I just want to make sure you can see the PDF. And he'll be like, oh, well, I'll check it later when I'm checking my email. Joe, could you just tell me if you can see the PDF? You said you're interested in this segment. Just tell me if you can see it. Oh, yes. Wow, this looks really great. I'm telling you, Karen, when he looks at the PDF and sees this, he'll book it. You got to get him to see it.
Okay.
You got to get him to open it and see it. That's why I added this to the audio. Okay. And then
Okay.
you're going to say, oh, this looks really great. And you say, okay, cool. So you like it? Why don't we put something in the books right now? You have any availability anytime in the next, 6 to 8 weeks when I could come in and share this valuable information with your audience? Oh, well, as a matter of fact, I have an opening at 6:47 a.m. on Tuesday, the 27th. Could you be here then? Okay, Joe, I just penciled it into my calendar. Tuesday, 6:47 a.m., January 27th. Now, what I need you to do is please send me a reply to my email with your studio information, where I'm going, and my call time so that I know when to show up. And I will be there. As soon as I get that email from you, I will respond with my firm confirmation of this appearance. Okay, Joe? Okay, Karen, thank you very much. See, Karen, they want somebody who knows what the hell they're talking about and what they're doing.
Okay.
All right. And if you lead him through this and get him to make all the decisions that he wants to make, he wants to book you. He wants to fill the time, but he's busy. He doesn't want to be bothered with some amateur who doesn't know what the hell they're doing. But this right here, you just showed him, you know exactly what you're doing. I'm going to send you the audio with all that additional stuff. I just spent as much time getting the booking confirmed as I did on the pitch.
I know.
All right. So this is pitch plus
Wow.
booking confirmation. Now I'm going to send you that whole thing. Type all that up.
I will.
Word for frickin' word. No approximations. No changing words because you don't want to say something. Every word in there is in there for a reason.
I will do it.
Dave Nasani changed all kinds of words, and he shows up on the webinar complaining, I was spending a week pitching and nobody's interested, Clint. And I go through it, and it turns out he's not saying hey. I said hey for a freaking reason, not just some. You type every sound that came out of my mouth. You understand?
I will do it.
And you say every sound that comes out of my mouth, you say those sounds. I wouldn't have said the sounds if I didn't want them in the pitch.
I know.
All right, very good. Now I'm going to send you your one-page proposal. You never send the actual document. You only send a PDF. You never send the Word document. Do you understand? If you send a Word document, it'll look like whatever it looks like when they open it up.
Okay.
Only send the PDF. See, when I send a PDF, that's why I say, can you open it? Can you open it? Can you see the PDF? Because when they open it and they see this, they're going to be like, holy shit, this is amazing. That's why my segments have been booked on more than 4,559 appearances that I'm aware of so far.
Wow.
Boom. All right, everybody. Well, we went quite a ways
Oh my God,
from
yes.
where we began. We began with costume. And we went all the way through the whole process of all multiple ways on how you can get booked. You get booked by walking up to a producer and just talking to them. You get booked by calling them up on the phone. You can pitch them. This is all about celebrity entrepreneurship and how you can appear to be somebody special in the eyes of your customers and prospects. Look, Karen, I'm sure that the work that you do with patients is every bit as miraculous as the work that I do with segments, transforming experts into somebody who's bookable on TV. I'm sure you make magic the same way with your patients. Here's the sad truth. Everybody does. Everybody's great at what they do. Otherwise, they don't have a 25-year career. They go out of business. If you had a 25-year career, you're a freaking genius at what you do. Unfortunately, nobody knows about it because you weren't doing the most important thing, which is the marketing of what you do. The marketing of what you do is more important than anything else that you do. It's 100 times more important than what you actually do. And now we're going to see. You swore to God that you were going to get on the phone and pitch. Now,
I will pitch. I will do it.
Next week, I want screen recordings or audio. I want you to make, I don't know how the hell to get you to do this because you don't know how to use a computer basically, but I want you to get a video camera and videotape yourself making these phone calls and pitches. And if you do, then we can tear it apart next week on the webinar and see what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong and why you are or are not getting booked.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
There's a lot of vulnerability there that I'm asking you to do, but if you do that, I can help you tremendously. That's how I transform. You know Dave Nassani, right?
Yes, I do.
He's the guy who brought you into this world, right?
No, I've met him there many times. He's a great guy.
Oh, you just met him. Let me just tell you this. Dave Nassani was a complete nothing until he showed up on the webinar and I ran through these pitches with him. And I said, okay, pitch me like you're pitching a TV station. And he's like, well, hello, my name is Dave Nassani. I'm like, I never told you to say that. I need you, the closer I can get to a real pitch from you, if I can get a video of you doing a pitch, that's what I can critique and turn you into somebody who can book yourself on TV.
Done. Thank you. I will accept that challenge.
Good.
Good job.
Well, we'll see next week. All right. All right. All right, everybody. I hope this was fun for you. I know it was a lot of fun for me. I had a lot. Anytime I can be authoritative and pushy like that, not mean, but pushy, then I'm happy to do that.
Thank you very much, Clint.
Until next week, my friends, it's up to you to get on the phones and smile and dial and make it happen because they're not going to call you. You got to call them. And you can't get on TV unless you do. And you know, nobody wants it more than I do. Nobody.
I know.
I am looking forward to seeing you on television. Good night, everybody.
Wow. Wow.